Hey everyone, it's Bill. Tonight's video is going to be a little bit different. I have been running a water business here successfully for 5 years in the Philippines. And two reasons. One, we make money. Two, we get free water and ice. And three, I have nothing but water security. So I will always have a readily available water. But I'm doing this video mainly because some people are asking me to, give a description of how my setup is and how I do it here. So, water stations can be set up in all kinds of configurations, but I thought I would go ahead and break it down to how I've done it here. And I will do this video and just basically I'm gonna do a walking tour. So stand by. So my water station takes up about 100 square meters. 50 of it is here in the shops. I have 25 on this end and 25 on this end. Originally, I was going to have two shops, but the water business grew so quickly that we opened up this wall here and cannibalized both shops. Now, these two shops are front facing. If you've seen the outside of the building before, you notice that this is all the window space I have for customers that do walk-ins and are for loading and delivering. Right away, what you see here on the floors, these are bottles that were poured today, refilling the empties that were washed. So these will go out in the morning. This will probably take care of 2 or 3 runs before lunch, and then they'll run through and cycle it again. I do have a water station there. I'll show you in a second. But our original water station was here, and this water station has the purified ×2, because that's mostly what we do. The majority of our water is purified. I do have a mineral spout. It's turned out of the way because we don't use it. And we do a bit of alkaline for some folks that are requesting it. So we do have an alkaline mineral system here. And this actual washing station is pretty neat because it was a find, right? It was a junk shop find. It was an old prep table, right? And it actually had 3 sinks. It was a 3-sink table for like a kitchen or something. And I was able to put a sheet metal on there, cannibalized for the 3 sinks to make the big sink. And then very cheaply, I got my first stainless steel filling station in here. Also on this end of the shop, and by the way, we have air cons in each side here, but this is the main unit, right? So this is your pretty much standard unit. The only thing I did was I modified this front pump here, and then I upgraded this back pump to be able to support 4 of these ROs, right? So if you don't have at least 4, you're not making enough water. So I got 4 different ROs, and then I got my multimedia, my carbon charcoal, and my softener tank there as well. And then the three different sets of filters. We go from 5M to 5M to 1M to the carbon, right? So this is what's happening in the shop itself. So it's a pretty much standard setup. I did have some of the extra buttons put in, like the alkaline buttons weren't here, so I can turn all this stuff on remotely. So it runs a little alkaline UV that you see here, and it'll run this UV as well. And then back there's my salt. Now I don't use salt a lot because my water doesn't need it. It's already soft. But so this is the basic setup that we started. We started with only 1 RO, and I learned right away that wasn't enough. So we had a little bitty shop, and then we increased our production capacity. And then as our customers grew, we obviously had to do something here. So I got a little desk here. The shift manager and them sit, and they do all the paperwork and everything that goes along with running a business. And then we have tracking boards, so we know like every day how many orders are going out to what different barangay, and if it's for PNP or the lobby, etc. And then I picked up this water station as well, and I had it put in on this side of the shop because we're just that busy, so we'll run 2 stations. The refrigerator's mostly for small bottled water. People will come by and they'll want a cold bottle of water, maybe cyclists or whatever. I do have stock here, but it's mostly for stuff we sell. Obviously, this great big thing is my ice machine. It makes purified cube ice when I'm running ice. And I do timekeeping because I pay legit. overtime, anything, they all get paid. So this is the actual shop itself. So it needs a paint job. It's been 5 years since I painted it, and I haven't touched up the ceilings since we put in the aircon that's behind me here. So this is the water shop, the way it sits. Not much more to say about it, but it's 50 square meters of space. Now let me show you what's outside that supports this here. So the base water shop, we have a 2,000 liter raw water tank. So this comes directly from the well, almost directly. So here, let me tie in. So the well water will first go through this charcoal, gravel, sand mix, and then it'll go through a 10 micron filter, and then it will go into what we consider raw water. So this is just raw water that's basically been filtered for sand and whatever debris might come up from the well. And then it gets processed through the machine I just showed you, and then it comes into this tank as product. So this is purified drinking water. That's our main product right here. And then from here it goes into the bottles when they fill the bottles. What I have over here is another tank. This is I use for my ice machine. So this is, I'll transfer purified water over to here and fill this tank up. And then this pump will keep pressure on this small tank. And this small tank keeps the ice machine pressurized to the actual high pressure it needs. So it's all kind of automated. Everything's got automatic valves and shutoffs and flows. This pump here you see is connected to a well, and that well is for the building, right? So this big pressure tank, that pump here in the well, that drives the bathrooms and everything like that. I have two ice chests here. We pre-feed our ice. It makes it even harder, and our customers like it. We do 5 kg and 3 kg sacks of ice, so we always have stock on hand. I got an employee CR, nothing fancy. It's a toilet, a shower, a sink, and that's pretty much the mechanics right now. I'm going to walk down to the end of my shop here. Let me turn on the light back here so you can probably see what I'm talking about. So we do have 2 delivery tricycles, and we have a van for backup. Now these tricycles are both Baraccos. We bought them brand new. Push start, or button start, push start. And one's a little narrower than the other, and that's because some of our customers live down narrow alleys, and having a narrower delivery tricycle is key, because the big one just won't fit down it. Crew cooking area, they cook their lunch here, eat their lunch here. But this is my deep well, right? So this well here powers this pressure tank, which then feeds the raw tank and all the filters I use for my raw water. And this goes down 10 pipes, so that's 200 feet. So the property has 2 wells. One of them is 10 pipes, and it's good water. It goes down really deep. I mean, I pass water 3 or 4 times and just tell them, keep going. So it's really good water. And that is how I get water for free, on electric aside, right? And of course I paid for the well. So that water, again, like I said, it comes back in here and comes through here. So the setup really isn't that complicated, right? It's trial and error. We didn't start with all this equipment. We added it piece by piece, and the ice machine obviously was an expense that came later. But 5 years running strong, we're making money. I got a good crew. And again, this video is just so friends were asking me what my water shop looks like, and I told them, hey, I'll show you. You know, and we're right on the main commercial road, so we get a lot of visibility and a lot of traffic and stuff out there, which is great. So running a water business is not that complicated once you get all the mechanics sorted out and you have regular customers. The accounting, the bookworking and stuff like that is a little bit of an issue, but I don't have to do it. That's what I pay someone to do, and they do that just fine. So for those that were asking, this is my water shop. Technically it's my wife's water shop. I'm just filming it today for her, but yeah, we do well. It's profitable business. Without a doubt, you know, the first 8 months we didn't make any money. as any new business is, but we made money nonstop since, and we paid our taxes on that money as well. And some of the other stuff, we have accountants and, you know, licensing and a bunch of other fees, but it all works out pretty well in the end. So for those that wanted to see what it looks like, the only thing I haven't shown you is upstairs I got a bunch of extra bottles, maybe 200-300 of the blue square bottles, and I think probably 100 of the round bottles. Those are new bottles, not in circulation yet. I have them on stock already. So I know, not the typical video I do, but people were asking, so I figured I'd put the video together and let you guys see it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. If you like this stuff, hit like. If you're trying to put in your own water business and you have any questions, let me know. But I'm really happy as a prepper when it comes to a water business because I have water security. That's the #1 hardest thing to do. Water is life. I have water. I'm very happy about that. Until next time.